Welcome to the Wizard Street Podcast. I'm Macklin.
I'm Aiden.
And it's a new year, but it's not the same old me. I'm Sawyer.
Welcome back to, depending on your loyalties to the podcast. For those new here, we're just three friends. And in a little bit, we're going to be more than three friends.
Well, yeah. He means that there's going to be. He means that there's going to be more of us. He means that there's going to be more of us. We're not going to be three lovers.
No.
I'm in a long-term committed relationship. I will not ruin it so that we can. We'll not ruin it.
We're keeping that in because that's the funniest. That is the funniest bit on the podcast this year.
We
figured it out.
Okay.
Where was I?
Welcome back to the
three friends like talking about stuff and things and stuff. How's everyone doing today? Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Better now.
Just so you, the audience, know, we are recording this right after recording the episode last week, which I'm sure you watched, listened to, gave 5 stars to, thumbs up, like, subscribe, smash the like button, subscribe button. But so we're in a little bit of we're getting a little loopy, but we are pre-taping this the start of this episode, so we don't have to hold the people that will join us for the end of the episode hostage while we do it.
Yeah.
So later on in this episode, we'll be discussing our favorite movies of the year.
With Archmage Armstrong, and
Yes.
if he can join us, very likely the Fallen Wizard.
He died.
Barchester.
His name's Clark.
Before we get into that, we just wanted to do a little wrap up of the year in media as a whole.
And also I wanted to say thank you to everyone who listened this year as well.
Yes.
We've
had a really great year on Spotify.
Yeah, we looked at our Wrapped this year because with the program we use, they do a thing like that because it's directly connected to Spotify. And we did pretty good this year. We had a decent growth in audience. So thank you very much for choosing us as one of your podcasts or your podcast that you listen to. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
We will continue to try to pump out good content as much as we can.
Yeah, so I think we can start our wrap up of the year, I guess, with our favorite poster of the year. So this can be from anything that has a poster released for it. I mean, I'm going to do movies because movie posters are all over the place. If you want, I can go first.
Please do.
I've got to go with the poster for Saturday Night, which is this caricature-esque poster of all of the main players with Gabriel Lobel as Lorne Michaels holding them all up. I just think that it's really fun and dynamic, and unlike most posters where it's like these 4 people and they're all their heads and it's like ugly. But
That's a very good one. We encourage you to look up these posters as well so you can know which one we're talking about. Maybe we will do something, make it a bit easier for you in some way.
we'll see.
Aiden, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I'll let you go.
Okay.
I'll let you go. Sorry, I wasn't talking to the mic.
It's all right. I have 2. My first one is the poster for the Iron Claw, just with them all huddled up around there.
From last year, Michael.
Technically, is it right? Yeah,
That's just last year.
Shit, that's my bad. Anyway, then I will change it. Sorry, Iron Claw is just in a weird spot for me.
It released at the end of last year, so it was in contention. I go based off of when with awards and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was in contention with awards last year.
Well, then in that case, after embarrassing myself again in this episode by speaking wrongly, the poster I'm going for is the Matt Furiosa poster, specifically the alternate poster where she is standing with her arms outstretched and it's all like bathed in orange. Yes, that one. It is
Very Borderlands 3.
Yeah, it very fits the tone of Mad Max.
Speaking of
of Mad Max, and I think it's one of the best looking posters I have seen this year. The original poster for Furiosa is also very good. I enjoy the layout of it, but this one with the saturated color and everything, and with Furiosa having her arms out like she is a prophet, fits very well with the plot of the film. So that's the one for me. I also just think it looks badass.
Aiden?
Yeah, my favorite poster of the year was the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes poster.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I really like the way that they were able to show just like the destruction of the old world, and it looks so serene. You know,
It's a great poster.
I just love it.
It's a really, really great
fan.
poster.
Big fan of the movie too.
All right, that was good. That was good. Okay, what was your guys' favorite new TV show? So a TV show that was released this year or had a brand new season from this year.
Oh.
I can go first if you'd like.
Yeah.
My pick it's got to go with Nobody Wants This, which is a new romantic comedy series on Netflix from starring Kristen Bell and Adam Brody about a podcaster, shout out, who falls in love with a rabbi. It's so much fun. It's great. I mean, any show that opens with Haim in episode 1, and I think episode 3 opens with Valley, who we saw live. So pretty great. Wonderful.
We being Sawyer and Nasa,
not the three
us
of us.
three.
But yeah, that's got to be mine. Nasa and I binged it in like a week. We couldn't help ourselves. It was so good. So yeah, huge.
And do you want to go, or do you want me to go, or do you want to just keep going in this order?
Yeah.
All right. For me, it's kind of basic. It's X-Men '97.
Yep.
The show came out and it blew me away. It blew a lot of people away. In all honesty, it's an incredibly well-made show. The animation style is fantastic. I really love these hand-drawn animation things. I think they look much better than most other forms of animation. Not all of them, but hand-drawn is definitely one of my favorite types of animation. It also really got me more into X-Men, and so that's why I started, and that's how I started reading Uncanny X-Men, X-Men, X-Force, all that stuff. And then
insert title here.
yeah. And then by proxy, that also got me more into comics too. So Sawyer, I'm sure, is very happy about that. But yeah, X-Men '97, I would highly recommend you check it out. You do not have to watch the original 1997 show. You can. It would likely enhance your experience.
Or you can just do what I did, and I just watched a recap of the entire show.
Yeah.
It's like 40 minutes long. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, but you do not have to. You can just watch X-Men '97 and have a lot of fun with it because it is a lot of fun. Each episode is like, isn't it like 40 minutes or something?
It's usually 20 to 40 minutes long.
20 to 40 minutes long. Very digestible. Very fun. You just get to watch the X-Men do their X-Men thing. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I wish it came out at a better time because we were in the transitional season of season 2.5. So I feel like we did do a whole episode on it.
We did an entire episode about it.
I'm sitting on it a lot more. I have a lot more thoughts about it, and it was fantastic, though. I'm very sorry for interrupting you, Aiden. Please go ahead. We're still going.
We're still going.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, mother?
No.
No, my favorite series of the year was A Man on the Inside starring Ted Danson. It was absolutely breathtaking. I laughed. I cried. It was really beautiful. It was a great story about love and loss. I really hope that there's more shows like that because I think it handled all the topics that it deals with really well. And it was just really entertaining. Everyone seemed like they gave their A-game performance. Yeah, I don't know. There was, possibility for a season 2. Whether or not it gets one, I don't know. But I think, if they can keep the love if they can keep the love of it in the second season, I'd be happy to see more.
Do we want to do runner-up? Because I've got another.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because my runner-up for favorite show is Sugar, which is an Apple TV Plus series starring Colin Farrell about a private eye. It's very noir, but it's got a really cool twist that you're like wait until the final episode to have revealed. And season 2 is happening, and I'm super excited. This one it was just really, really great, and I just loved it a lot. So yeah. Macklin, do you have a?
Yes.
Later on, when another category, I know that I will not have a runner-up because.
I have 2 runner-ups actually. One, The Legend of Vox Machina, which I've talked about on the show before, but I will mention again. it had its third season, and I'm thinking it is one of the final seasons of the show. A very extremely well animated and very well told story based on the Critical Role D&D campaign. And if you don't know anything about Critical Role, it won't detract from enjoyment of it because it's just fantasy bullshit in the best way possible. It's very awesome. It's on Amazon Prime for free. I'd highly recommend you check it out. And then the other one is another one on Amazon Prime. It was the show Has Been Hotel. I'm not one of those fans who's obsessant and extremely annoying about this, which is a very shame because it's a very good show, very good music in it, but the fandom is by far the worst part of it. It's very well made, very well animated. The songs, like I said, are fantastic. Everyone's performances in the voice actors is fantastic. I would highly recommend, if you have any interest in it, check it out, but be careful of the fandom because they like to yell at people, especially the creators and the voice actors.
Awesome.
Yeah. My runner-up is season 2 of Chaos Theory, Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Honestly, I was glad to just see more of the characters and of the world that they're in. It worries me a little bit that that's probably the last of that type of thing we'll get from the franchise, as the more I've heard about the newest movie coming out. But it is such a great installment. It fills gaps in knowledge in places. It, gives you questions to answer and find. It's really, honestly, it's really well cared for, I think. And I'm glad that the team that made it, because I think without it, the franchise would have died a long time ago.
Awesome. Next thing on the list, best new music this year. Let's talk music. I've got a couple. Recently, we just got the release of Kendrick Lamar's new album, GNX, which is just incredible. Wonderful. I think the best release of the year for me has to go to Not Like Us. Just you got to give it up to Kendrick Lamar for winning the battle. Yeah, I think I won't. Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
Probably, yeah.
Then I won't steal it from you, even though it would be number one for me. But I'll be nice about it. But yeah, there's a lot of great music. Yeah, what do you got, Mac?
My favorite band, Powerwolf, which is a power metal band, released their album "Wake Up the Wicked" it was in around summertime. Very good album. It is a return to form for them with their sound and their lyrics. It's a lot of fun. If you don't like metal at all, you probably won't like this. But I enjoyed it a lot. It's every song in that has a place in my playlist, and I listen to all of them. There's only one that I have no feelings about it whatsoever. The rest of them are just fantastic. This particular highlight of the album, in my opinion, is a song called "We Don't Want to Be No Saints." But yeah, Aiden?
All right. I don't usually listen to a lot of new music like regularly, unless it's like movie soundtrack kind of stuff. I'm usually pretty happy listening to my old playlist of country music and whatever show tunes, Disney movie pop I've got kind of thing.
My OCD.
Rhett and Link, yeah, too. But recently I've actually genuinely started listening to Sabrina Carpenter and her songs Taste and Espresso.
From her album Short and Sweet.
Yes, I'm sorry I didn't know that. They're really good. They're catchy. I think she's just a great singer, and I've really enjoyed listening to the music.
Yeah, it's great. That's my number one. In case anybody was known, actually, one or two. I don't rank music, but wonderful. Yeah, a couple of other things that I really liked. Charlie XCX, her album Brat. Sorry, I had them here. Claro's new album. Sorry. Doechie's got a new album. And Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator's new album.
Did Jonas Brothers release a new album this year?
Last year.
Ah, damn. It's a shame. Another one I'll shout out is Baby No Money's song "It Boy." That was
And 2 they both released this year.
yeah, but
Huge.
I haven't listened to 2 that much, and I really enjoyed It Boy, and it kind of got me into Baby No Money a lot more, and as did you, Sawyer. So.
You're welcome. Yeah. I've got more albums, but if I just kept doing this, we'd be here all day. Do we have a favorite soundtrack of the year? I've got mine. It's 100% Challengers. Trent. It's not even It's a sound. It's the score for Challengers by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. I have done listening to this than I have for like any other soundtrack all year long. It's fucking awesome, start to finish. Especially like the Challengers score. There's the Signal. Like there's these songs that I like enough to put on my playlist. The song that plays over the end, Compress Repress, huge, wonderful. Mac, do you have?
Mine would be I'm gonna say, Transformers 1. The score in it is there haven't been any movies that I've taken the soundtracks from and put them on my playlist, but Transformers 1, I distinctly remember the score being quite fantastic because in the moments that I was transcending from that movie, the score only it accented it extremely well, especially in the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the movie. That is some of the best soundtrack I've heard in a long time, and this year. And also, I'll also call out Furiosa as another banger soundtrack.
Sorry. I just realized something. One of my other favorite albums of the year, Water the Flowers, Pray for a Garden by Valley, released this year. I had no idea. It's really, really fucking good, dude. It's great. Anyways, sorry. My bad. Aiden, what's your favorite soundtrack?
Mine's pretty predictable. It's the Deadpool Wolverine soundtrack.
What?
I know. Hold your excitement. Hold your surprise.
Okay. I'm holding it.
Okay. No, I bought the soundtrack CD when it came out pretty much. Well, actually, that's not true. About 2 weeks after it came out, I think.
But you were talking about it.
I was talking about it. And it was until last week the only CD that I would play in my car. It only changed when I bought the Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. But it's really good. I love the music. I have a great time listening to it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's enough music talk in the podcast. Let's get back to awesome stuff. The next thing is our favorite comics. We're going to start with favorite Marvel comics. This year, I think far and away, best comic book on shelves right now, Ultimate Spider-Man. No doubt. Yep. Jonathan Hickman, Marco Cicchetto. Yeah. It is incredible. It is simply undeniable.
I would have to agree with that. I haven't even read Ultimate Spider-Man that much, but I can absolutely agree that I think it's the best one that's come out this year.
I also have to agree with that. And and I love the Venom series that came out this year, but oh man, Ultimate Spider-Man is just perfection.
Yeah. I will give a call out to it. One that I'm enjoying from Marvel, which is Uncanny X-Men.
Uncanny X-Men is really good too.
Extremely good.
Since we all have our shared number one, I'll put the Ultimates on there as well.
That's
Dennis Camp's series. It's fucking so good. It's undeniably great.
And I love how in the Ultimates they're like, oh my god, and spoilers for the Ultimates, Iron Lad is dead. What are we gonna do? And Doom's like, I need to go do Doom things. And then in Ultimate Spider-Man, it's like, babe, we gotta have a dinner party. And he's like, all right, let's have a dinner party.
Yeah. It's so Ultimate Spider-Man's the stakes are so much lower, but it's just so awesome. I just love it. And do you have a would you put Venom as your number 2, I guess?
I don't know. It's really tough because I really did enjoy Venom. I think it was great. Don't think it was as great as the run that it followed, but I think what it did was interesting. But I don't know. I'm not going to make the joke about Dazzler because although I did really like it, that wasn't it was great, but it wasn't whoa, you know. But I did really enjoy Marvel Zombies and a lot of
the Dawn of Decay.
Yeah, a lot of the limited series that I read. I think they were really well written.
Right. Awesome. What about DC? I mean, I've got my favorite is Absolute Superman, which is from Jason Aaron and Mohammed Assar. It is a series that came out exactly when I needed it to come out. It's a series about hope in a world of darkness. Sorry for being like super fucking aggressive about it, but it's huge. It's so good, dude.
For me, it's Absolute Batman. That series is incredibly good. Absolute Superman is amazing as well. I just personally prefer.
Yeah.
I personally prefer Absolute Batman. And I think it's a bit better written than Absolute Superman, but Absolute Superman is still fantastic.
I mean, I just have a soft spot for Superman. That's I
Absolutely.
want like Superman.
We all know that, sir. Don't worry.
Aiden, what do you?
To my knowledge, I have only actually read one DC series this year, and it is Plastic Man No More. It's awesome. I really like the writing. The art's really cool. I haven't actually finished it because as of recording this, it hasn't finished, I don't think.
Yep.
But it's really neat. And if anything, it will be what gets me into DC.
What is awesome? Anything as long as it gets you in. I'm gonna shout out just a couple more. The Superman series ongoing from Joshua Williamson is wonderful, and the Nightwing series ongoing and the previous series from Tom Taylor and Bruno Ronaldo is also wonderful. And then, do you guys have any favorite comics from other publishers? Image, Boom Studios, any sort of thing like that?
Transformers.
Wait, yeah. For me, I'm actually going to give this to a series that I read, bought, and pulled this year. I got to give it to the Department of Truth, which is from James Tynion and Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Whoa! I've never heard that name before.
No, it's James Tynion the Fourth, and you got to be kidding me, dude. Who's the freaking
Who's the
Simmons? I don't remember what his first name is. Anyways, it's a conspiracy thriller series. This is the series that convinced me that my favorite working writer is James Tynion the Fourth. Like, I've read this. I've read Something's Killing the Children. I basically went through like his comics, and I was like, yeah. So, but this is just a standout for me. It's wonderful. I love it. Yeah.
I haven't read a whole lot from other publishers, but I did read. It was the first issue of Hyde Street from Image Comics.
Yeah. Jeff Johns and Yvonne Reyes.
It was pretty cool. It was very unique to what I've my personal catalog, and I'm glad I read it.
It's extremely good. The second issue is also fantastic.
It is very good.
I wouldn't know.
Another really great one is as a whole, the Energon universe, but
Void Rivals.
I was gonna say G.I. Joe.
Oh, okay.
Dude, as of recording, only one issue is out. Issue 2 releases this week when we're recording. I'm very excited. Joshua Williamson. The art in this surprised me at like how stylized it is, but it's so cool. I loved it. Really great. Also, another one, Minor Arcana, which is Jeff Lemire. He's writing and drawing a new series. So huge, really great. Yeah, if you want to like read comics, there's so many good ones. We can't put them all on this list.
Very true.
But we will.
No.
Anyways.
Number 15.
Okay. This is the one where I'm going to be a little bit short. You guys can take the reins on this one. Best video games. For me, I've got to give it to the new Zelda game, Echoes of Wisdom, I think it's called. Legend of Zelda. It's super fun. I actually did beat the game. So nice. Congrats to me. It's nice, really fun. You play as Zelda. It's very cartoony and fun. I had a blast. So, yeah.
For me, I haven't played this game personally, but Space Marine 2, Warhammer 40K. I've heard great things about it, and it looks like a lot of fun. Oh, sorry, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. I'm sorry, I can't speak. I'm choosing this one because there have been quite a few game releases this year, and I haven't played a lot of them.
There's been a load.
There's been a load, yeah. That one in particular looks the most fun, and it just looks like it just looks fantastic. I love the Warhammer 40k universe. I don't know anything about it, but I know.
The more you talk about this, the more wild it becomes.
Yeah,
I don't know
much about it, but it just looks awesome.
I don't know anything about this game, but I think it should be good based off of the title.
Well,
and then mine is just going to take such a drastic difference.
Well, and I know some about it, like the jokes as well, but it looks a lot of fun. But that's for the one that I don't really know. The one I do know about was a game called Mouthwashing that was released on Steam. I've talked about it on the podcast before. It's a body horror game, and it has to do a lot with topics that are not safe to talk about on the podcast. If you want to know anything about it, just watch a playthrough on it on YouTube or Google it. You'll find out information about it. It is a fucked up game. Or play it, yeah.
Or play the game.
The game's on. You can buy the game on Steam for like $15. It's an indie game. Fantastic. It deals with a lot of heavy shit though, and it's fucked up. That's it for me.
All right. For those who follow the Twitch/YouTube channel, you'll probably know that my number one game of the year is going to be Astrobot.
Holy fucking shit! No way.
Love the creative decisions that they made with the game. I think it was very unique, and it did a lot of really interesting things with the genre in general. But I am going to have to give a super strong runner-up to Pal World, which, here's the thing. I would not be mentioning it at all if I had not played it. Because I've seen this stuff like, oh, Pokemon lawsuit. I know what's going on. I'm up with it.
I'm hip with it.
But playing the game is actually amazing. I loved Ark way back when. I thought it was a great game, and
I thought it was a great game.
And I liked. I've played a couple of the Pokemon games, so I kind of know some of those kinds of things. But it takes the best parts of both of them and makes it completely its own. I really, really like it. I hope that it gets the support that it needs, and I really do hope that it wins a lawsuit. Out of principle, because Nintendo's trying to pull some shit that is so dumb. They're trying to patent
some shit out of a butt.
They're trying to patent game mechanics. That's the dumbest thing ever. They're trying to patent the game mechanic of riding a monster or riding something. Do you have any idea how dumb that is?
Extremely dumb.
Especially since so many games before them had used it.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Yeah.
So, honestly, depending on what it is, I'll give Nintendo all their support. But at this point, I think that something needs to happen. They need to go down. Yeah. They need to get a hardcore reality check ASAP.
One more, though, I think that we can both mention is fantastic, is Marvel Rivals.
True.
Yes.
That is very true. I'm not sure as of as of the release of this, if there will be content on the channel / Twitch, but I hope there will be.
Yes.
It's been a wonderful game.
Yeah. If you've heard anything about it, it echoes our feelings very well. The game's amazing. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed playing it. I don't like a lot of shooter games, but this one has actually just been really fun.
Because you get to play as Marvel characters.
I mean, that's probably partially my bias towards it, but aside from that, the mechanics are interesting, and I've had fun playing the game, not playing as the characters,
Yeah.
I've played Paladins before, and I like it, but I don't play it without you guys. If I'm playing it, it's with my friends because that's just a game we can play.
Yeah.
I tried Overwatch 1. I liked it, but I wasn't into it. And then I was going to try Overwatch 2, but everything I saw about it was just so bleh.
Yeah, so another thing, I mean, for some of us, this will be a part of the our favorite movies of the year, but for others it won't. But I just wanted to do a couple of specific movie categories, for us. So the first one I've got is best comic book movie. It's not been a very great comic book movie year.
What do you mean? Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter came out this year.
I don't.
So, yeah.
Oh, and The Crow, right. The movie that I thought was like, man, I want to check that out. And then I forgot it existed.
I guess. I think that the only one that I watched all year long, I watched two. I did watch Madam Web, and I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was that bad. Oh, that's a lie.
I thought it was terrible.
Okay, I actually, this is gonna sound insane, but I'm gonna give my my favorite comic book movie of the year is gonna go to Joker: Folie à Deux. I watched it the other day. I was expecting it to be super bad, but it's actually kind of good. I have a deep disdain for the first Joker. We talked about it.
We have talked about it.
And this movie has flaws. It has lots of flaws. It's not... I mean, none of them... I don't think any of the comic book movies that came out this year were good. However, this movie looks really, really good. It is colorful. It is dynamic. And at a certain point, I just want to look at something that looks good. And... when I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, which is what I think the two of you are both going to choose, I don't like the way it looks. So I'm going to choose Joker: Folie à Deux. One, to be different, and two, because I want to.
I'm different.
Yeah. It's the best parts of Joker 2 are when it rejects the first Joker. And I mean, there's other parts where I'm like, oh, you don't have to have that. You don't need to do that.
We don't do that here.
But I did think that it had actual greatness in it. What was your guys' favorite comic book movie of the year?
I only saw Deadpool and Wolverine, so I have to say Deadpool and Wolverine.
I saw Madam Web, Venom: The Last Dance, and Deadpool and Wolverine. Honestly, for me, it is kind of tying between Deadpool and Venom 3. Mm-hmm. But...
No, it's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool 3, Venom 3.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm going to give it to Deadpool Wolverine. I really liked it. I had a great time. Don't get me wrong, I liked Venom 3, but at some point I just had to go, you missed too many opportunities. The first one, I was like, you missed a couple, but I'll accept it and I'll jive with it. The second one, I was like, all right, a couple, but, I enjoy it. The third one, I'm like, all right, you've had like 6 strikes now. You should just be on the bench.
That's valid.
Very fair.
Yeah, so that's our comic books. What were your guys' favorite horror movies of the year? Because I don't think these will get onto mine. I've got a few, actually. I watched quite a few horror movies this year. Number one for me is Longlegs, Osgood Perkins movie about a serial killer. Really, really great. I've seen it twice. It's wonderful. I did really I saw the TV Glow, the new Jane Schoenbrunn movie. The Substance was wonderful. The First Omen is really, really great. Or Kasha Stevenson's first feature film, which is huge. And then Cuckoo I really liked, and In a Violent Nature. Whole bunch.
Yeah. Longlegs and The Substance are absolute standouts. Longlegs was fantastic and horrifying. The Substance was creepy and made me feel weird. Terrifier 3, I think it was like the blockbuster horror movie this year. And for good reason. It's quite good. Smile 2.
Wonderful.
That was a lot of fun.
That was another one. I didn't want to take all the ones that we had seen together away from you guys.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm saving some for Aiden. And then Alien Romulus was a lot of fun as well. And Andy is a special boy.
Wonderful.
Aiden?
I would probably just go with The Substance. Actually, you know what? No, I wouldn't. because I'm pretty sure A Quiet Place Day 1 is considered a horror movie.
Yep, I'd count it.
That's one I would go with.
Awesome.
I loved the way that it changed from the first two. I think it was great. Lupita Nyong'o and
Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn. Mwah, chef's kiss. I want to see them in everything. And I cannot wait to see Joseph Quinn in Fantastic Four. I think he's going to do amazing.
Joseph Quinn's like quietly becoming like he was just in Gladiator 2.
And for the right reasons. He's amazing.
He's really
I love
great.
him.
Yeah.
Another call out, Immaculate, Sydney Sweeney. 3 of us watched that. It was a lot of fun.
There were a couple of plot points that were really interesting for me.
Yeah, I did really like some of the stuff that was shown there.
I saw the TV Glow was fun, and Abigail as well.
Abigail too. Heretic.
Kevin Durand and Abigail. That's why I liked that movie. He was awesome.
Scott Beck
like
and
that
Brian
movie.
Wood's Heretic is really, really great. Hugh Grant's incredible. I mean, I watched a shit ton of bad horror movies from this year. I will say that we are recording this before any of us have had the chance to watch Robert Eggers' Nosferatu.
And you have no idea how excited. I'm going to see if I can get my family to go watch it with me on Christmas or like Boxing Day or something. I really, 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 really want to go watch it.
Yeah,
It looks so good.
I want to watch
Welcome
it
to
so
the club.
badly.
What? I said, welcome to the club.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I've been trying to watch The Lighthouse for the longest time with my family, and they're always like, "Oh no, I'm not feeling that. Let's watch insert generic action movie here."
What is...
The Lighthouse is another Robert Eggers movie.
Okay.
I just want you to know that
how
you
does
sound
that-
insane.
I was going to say, how does that relate at all to Nosferatu?
Same director.
Yeah, just same
Well,
director. Yeah,
I get that now.
yeah. I've heard really good things about it. Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
It's incredible.
Naked Mermaid.
Okay, the last one before we get into our conversation about our favorite movies of the year.
And apologies for how long this episode will be.
Nope, no apologies.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Extra content for you guys.
Yeah. Do you guys have any like your favorite overlooked movies, like movies that you wouldn't we haven't had a chance to talk about, or we haven't very little, that won't be on your top 5, but that are really, really fun?
Let me take a quick look.
Because I've got a few. I've got Snack Shack, which is a wonderful coming-of-age movie starring Connor Sherry and Gabriel LaBelle. It's just so good. So good. Rebel Ridge, I talked about it on here. Jeremy Saulnier's new movie, Aaron Pierre and Don Johnson, so good, so good. It's What's Inside, the new Greg Jardin movie, so good. I really liked how this works. Babes, which is the new Pamela Adlon, I guess coming of age comedy. It's really funny. That one was really great. I had one and I completely...
Sorry, do you have a
it's called.
list for just 2024 films?
No, I don't.
On your
My bad.
Disappointed.
I can help you out.
I got this.
Strange Darling. That's the one I'm trying to figure out. This one, I think, might be on my top 5, but you just usually a little peek. Just a little peek.
Little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
For me, it's going to be a few I want to call out. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, I just want to call it out because it is very, very stupid, bad, but it's fun. It's much more fun than the first one.
I disagree. I had way more fun watching the first one. The second one was better, but it was not as fun.
A few more movies I want to call out. I want to call out Conclave. Fantastic film. Likely won't make it into my top few, but
Yeah.
I want to talk about... none of these I'll talk about too much because they might be on other people's lists.
Yeah.
Oh shit, where'd it go?
I've got another one if you want me to.
No, I got it.
You got it?
Fall Guy. That's kind of another summer blockbuster that happened, and it was a lot of fun.
Yep. Huge.
Dune Part 2. It came out at the start of the year. I was like, this is fantastic, and then I kind of forgot about it. But it was really good. Very well made. And lastly, I'll just say Civil War as well. The film by Alex Garland, creator of Ex Machina. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Very good. A lot of fun. Took some turns and directions I did not expect and had some very, very amazing performances. Also, Love Lies Bleeding.
Aiden, you got some?
Really, I can only think of one, just
That's
because
okay.
a lot of the other ones that I would talk about are ones that I would probably put in my
Yep,
list.
that's okay too.
I'm just gonna say Beekeeper.
Great.
I love
Wonderful.
a good action movie. It was so fun.
Yep.
Jason Statham kicks ass.
Yep.
Like, he's great.
Jeremy Irons, Josh Hutcherson.
True. I did not
Really,
expect,
really
like,
great.
I knew Josh Hutcherson was in the movie, but, like, when I watched it in theaters, I was like, hell yeah.
Yorgos Lanthimos' Titanic, Kinds of Kindness, the Triptych film, Thelma, super duper fun. I watched it with my grandma, and that was awesome. I think we talked Beetlejuice, but that was Macklin. That's still number one theater going experience of the year. Drive Away Dolls.
That might be on my list, in all honesty.
Drive Away Dolls was really fun. The Ethan Coen movie. I Blink Twice. Zoe Kravitz's movie was actually really good. And then one that surprised me is this French film called Mads, which is a zombie movie that was filmed in what it looks like it was filmed in one take. So I thought it was really, really sick. Yeah, okay. Before we get into our conversation, was it a good year at the movies this year?
I think it was a very mixed year. Overall, it was a mixed year. Mainly, the two biggest outliers, I think, were definitely Madam Web and Craven. Those kind of stuck out as like the biggest stinkers of the year. But overall, I'd say it was a pretty positive experience, at least for me. I saw a lot of good movies and a lot of fantastic films. And every single time I went, I did have fun. And this also was the year I got to go to the 19 Plus Theater for the first time. So that's another big bonus.
Yeah, I usually enjoy my time with the movies. I had a pretty good time this year. A lot of movies that I liked came out. And even the movies that I didn't like, which, probably was a lot, I enjoyed the experience of just going to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I liked a lot of the movies just because I liked going to them with friends.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I probably didn't like a lot of the movies this year.
Yeah, for me, it was a very mixed year. I mean, it has huge ups, but it also has huge downs. For me, there's also a lot of movies that I haven't seen yet. Like, I've been meaning to see a whole bunch of them. And there's also some that we haven't come out yet. Specifically, we talked Nosferatu, The Brutalist,
Sonic 3?
Baby
I think
Girl.
that's out.
When you were listening to this, these will all be out. Yeah. But those are ones that we haven't seen yet, and I really, really want to see. Please, 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 please. But yeah, that's definitely what I'm talking about. It's The Brutalist. I want to watch The Brutalist. Okay, yeah. I think that was a pretty great start to our conversation. Yeah. So stay tuned.
Yep. Stay tuned. Once we're done with this, we'll be with at least one guest.
Yeah, we'll have more guests.
Yeah,
we'll have more guests. If it's not Clark, it'll be somebody else.
Yep. So
who it'll be?
Let's hope
stay
it's
tuned.
not Clark. Kidding.
Fingers crossed.
Yep. Stay tuned. Thanks.
We'll be asked to like play the last 10 seconds or whatever, and Clark will hear that, and he'll just be like.
I do not understand why you would think that would be a funny joke for me.
Well, we're going to sign off for a little bit. We'll see you all next time we record. It's going to be
literally like 1 second for you guys.
Yeah.
It's going to go like...
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
Bye.